All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Truly Live 2.0, episode 18, with your co-host Oliver and Yolanda Blue. And we have an exciting night planned for us, and we are so much into this joyous time of the year, and we hope you are. And tonight's episode is going to uh, continue as we are on our 14th, 15th day and our 30 for 30 challenge gift that we're giving to ourselves, this love, this self-care. And it has a purpose. It has value. We're going to talk about that tonight. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. All right.
Just get along, maybe not in the world cause it's wicked and wrong, but in Christ we have life, so let's live it. Freely we've been given it, so freely let's give it. A shock this nation, while they behold the peace in the midst of our congregation. All in together now, singing, bringing hope, got the devil on the ropes, tag teaming, steaming with the spirit that be burning our bones, praying that he never ever leaves us alone. So stop sinning, stop tripping, put on the whole armor of God and get thoroughly equipped and flip the script and renew, stay true, cause under the clear blue there ain't nothing new. Word doers do. How's about you on the real? Tell me what's the deal?
Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are plugging out Jesus Christ of the book of Bible of the Son. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church. Yeah.
So while you're out there wondering if God's gonna do what he's already doing, cause he already knew. One day you were gonna be his child, and one day you were gonna see these trials. So it's best to be safe and stay in God's race, not walk by sight, kid, but walk by faith. Not being stressed when the world try to press. Just keep in mind, yo, it's only a test. How do we look? Preaching the good book. When things start shaking, we the ones shook. When the heat start baking, we the ones cook. I never seen the righteous begging bread off a sook. I'd rather be hot, mean, blind, lame, standing before God without blame, than having my whole body casting the hell's fire from following the world, seeking those evil desires. Nah.
Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are plugging out Jesus Christ of his word, the Bible tells us so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church. Yeah.
drama. Like you supposed to be my mama. And you supposed to be my sister. And you supposed to be my brother. Loving one another. I thought, but nowadays I'm caught deep in thought. Cause saints don't act like they are. Take me back, Lord, to the first. When family reunion was on Sunday at the church. Cause things seem strange instead of familiar. Instead of edifying, saints want to kill you. See you dying, and I'm crying out for those who knows how the Spirit of God flows. With love, agape, and I pray that we will unite and form a holy posse. And do this thing for the newborn king. Giving hope to the meek through the door he brings.
Good deal. Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are standing up? Jesus Christ loves us, for the Bible says it's so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world the church. Yeah.
Just get along, maybe not in the world cause it's wicked and wrong, but in Christ we have life, so let's live it. Freely we've been given it, so freely let's give it a shock this nation, while they behold the peace in the midst of our congregation. All in together now, singing, bringing hope, got the devil on the rope, tag demon, steaming with the Spirit that be burning our bones, praying that he never ever leaves us alone. So stop sinning, stop tripping, put on the whole armor of God and get thoroughly equipped and flip the script and read new, stay true, cause under the clear blue there ain't nothing new. Word doers do. How's about you on the real? Sonny, tell me what's the deal?
Good deal. Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are standing up? Jesus Christ loves us, for the Bible says it's so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church.
So while you're out there wondering if God's gonna do what he's already doing, cause he already knew. One day you were gonna be his child, and one day you were gonna see these trials. So it's best to be safe and stay in God's race, not walking by sight, kid, but walking by faith. Not being stressed when the world try to press. Just keep in mind, yo, it's only a test. How do we look? Preaching the good book. When things start shaking, we the ones shook. When the heat start baking, we the ones cook. I never seen the righteous begging bread oversook. I'd rather be hot, vain, blind, lame, standing before God without blame, than having my whole body casting the hell's fire from following the world, seeking those evil desires. Nah.
Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are standing up? Jesus Christ loves us, for the Bible says it's so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church. Yeah.
All right. What is the deal tonight? The real deal is truly live. It's on. And we are here. And our patrons are here. And I'm going to give you your comments so you can see what's going on. But welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Truly Live with your co-hosts, Oliver Blue and Yolanda. And we're so excited to be here for this hour of sharing transformation and a whole lot of love. And it is a time that we have set apart, And we meet here in this place every Thursday night. If you're here, happen to be here for the first time, we meet here every Thursday. At least in 2022, we do this every Thursday from 7 to 8. And this is a space where those who are on their growing edge, those who are moving in the direction of their dreams, desiring to live the life that they love, this is where we meet. This is a space which we call inspiration, transformation, and empowerment. So how are you doing tonight?
I am well, Oliver. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. You got some volume there. If you can hear us well and see us well, how about giving us a shout out in the chat? We'd appreciate it. But you're in there. What, you're in there?
I like the colors.
You like the color? All right.
Yeah, I noticed that you changed it.
Yeah, I changed the colors. I changed the border.
I like the
I
color.
changed my accent wall. We made quite a few changes, and hopefully, it is sweetness to your eyes, and it is our goal to just create a lively, inviting, warm space, and we hope that we have accomplished that. And Carol said we sound really good.
Well,
Thank
I
you,
was
Carol.
about to send you a comment, Carol, but Oliver is all over the highway tonight.
I am
so,
all
okay.
on.
All right.
I'm all on the guardrail tonight. I'm gonna be on the
Okay.
guardrail. I might even go over the guardrail tonight.
Okay.
I tell you, being in this 30 for 30 has just raised my vibration for sure. And it's definitely created some tremendous momentum.
Okay.
So you can't get in my way. There's a lot of motion coming from me. But it's good motion. It is good vibration. Raising your vibrations is basically raising your quality and your clarity of being. That's what it is. It's experiencing, a higher dimension of yourself. Is what it's all about. And so with that said, you want to acknowledge any of our patrons there, or can we move on?
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We see that Bob and Carol are in the house, and Virginia is in the house as well. And we say hello and Merry Christmas, good evening, all that good stuff. Carol says very festive background. Thank you. Yeah, made some changes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Carol. Yes, we are definitely in the holiday season here at the OK Blues, and hey, we ought to be having the most fun than anybody.
Okay.
When you are in a place of transformation, that means that you are moving
they like the set, Oliver.
from one grand experience to another.
Yes.
And so here we are. Yes.
They like the set. We love you guys. We're so glad you're here. Welcome. Are you going to tell them who we are, or?
Yeah. Did we find that?
No, I did.
Oh, did you get your documents?
I did it again.
Okay.
So let's go ahead.
All right. Well, if you're here for the first time, we are the OK Blues, and we are the co-founders of Truly OB LLC, which is a personal development company, which we specialize in personal, group, and organizational coaching. And we are the proud parents of 3 adult children, 1 2.5-year-old grandson, which we adore. And we adore our children too, don't we?
My goodness. Say it with so much enthusiasm. Woo!
And we are honored to have some close relationships with some phenomenal people. And you are those phenomenal people. We are certified transformational coaches. We are conference speakers. We are transformational teachers. And anything that has to do with growth and expansion, that's what we are. And but we have 32 years of being partners and friends and roommates.
I'm the giggler.
She's the giggler. And, being roommates is something else,
What in the world?
especially in our in our happy play. And but we enjoy it. It works for us, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yeah,
yes,
it works
yes.
for us.
I never know what he's going to say, people.
And
Never.
so, in our coaching practice, we focus on what we call the real you. And the real you is nothing more than the real you who loves you. And all of our episodes, all of our conversation, all of our efforts is really geared toward helping you and all others discover who we really are. And so that we can live into that.
Yes, and that's what truly stands for. Truly stands for the real you loves you, because we understand that the real you is
Love.
all
All
right.
right. And so we also help you, design and bridge and build a life that you would love to experience. We teach what we call a system of transformation. We bring structure around you deciding that which you love and building that which you love. And we come alongside you and support you as coaches and mentors. We also share timeless principles, or timeless content and universal principles and transformational practices in community access with others who are committed to experiencing a deeper and more meaningful life. And we share decades of experience of our own journey. So here on this show, we talk about ourselves a whole lot.
Okay.
Well, not a whole lot, but in our patron community are those that are subscribers to Truly Live. We really open ourselves up in what we call the back office with our patrons. So if you want to get some of the juicy stuff, become a patron of Truly Live.
Actually, we let the patrons in the front office. I mean, they get the whole house.
They get the whole house. They get the run of the house.
Building. They get the whole.
They get the run of the
building,
house.
The whole building.
But what you may not know about us is that we are a dance-loving couple, and we're gonna get our dance on tomorrow night, because we are going to our annual Christmas throwdown, and there's gonna be some dancing because we haven't been to this event in 2 years.
Well, it was canceled due to COVID.
Right, but we
one
had
year,
right.
and then we didn't go last.
So it's
year,
been 2
yeah.
years, and this is an annual event that we've been participating in at least
since 2000.
Since 2000.
Yeah.
I mean,
with the exception of the 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is a festive time where all the ladies dressed up in their beautiful dresses, gown, outfits, whatever they feeling, whatever they vibing. And the men, we're so. But
they will have on suits and some tuxedos, not tails. Oliver is going to be wearing his smoking jacket. Is that what it's
I'll
called?
be wearing one of my
festive
designer jackets. I don't know which one yet.
Okay.
But
and Oliver even has glittery shoes.
Yes,
guys,
I'm gonna wear my shiny shoes. Tomorrow I'm gonna be sparkling.
He's gonna be sparkling.
Yes.
So tonight, I wanted to wear green, and Oliver didn't have any green, and he went out and got some green. I had no green in my wardrobe.
Yeah. Well, I had this undershirt on, but I couldn't just wear it because it's just an undershirt. So I had to find a top piece for it. And boy, didn't I find a top piece.
Yeah, it's nice. Right. I like it.
Well, oh my goodness. So if you didn't know, we are entertaining. We can be entertaining, but that's just a very small part of what we do, because what our goal is in all of this is your growth, is your expansion, is your happiness, your joy, your peace. You increasing the awareness of who you are. And so not only are we dance loving, but we're fun loving. And we have always leaned into what do we lean into?
Fun and laughter.
Fun and laughter. This journey can be, it can be challenging at times. But we have found that laughter do it good like a medicine. And so,
Carol, we will do that. You know what? I'm certain Oliver is going to be on Facebook Live, so he will do something definitely. We'll post a little video in the
absolutely.
in the patrons for you guys to see.
Yeah, we'll post something in patrons.
Yes, there's all sorts of places. The place is decorated so nicely.
Yeah,
there'll be
Christmas trees all over the place.
Yeah.
All kinds of places for us to take pictures and videos.
Yeah. And it's a community. They do their community service as well there. So
yes,
they participate in the Marines Toys for Tots.
Yes,
and so we take toys, games for unwrapped gift, games and toys for children.
They collect thousands of toys and gifts.
And then they also support the urban ministry, and so we do things that folks would need in a shelter or
homeless, yes
situation.
Yes,
so socks are the number one requested item in homeless shelters. So we do socks. As a matter of fact, I've already got socks and toboggans. I've already done socks and toboggans, but we will do. But people can do gloves and just things that folks would need to help them to be more comfortable where they are.
Absolutely.
So not only is it a fun and festive holiday celebration, but there is the acknowledgement and the care for those in the community as well.
Absolutely. It's a great event, and it's a way to bring people together and just forget about all of the normal things.
And we will dance the night away. We will dance the night. There's live entertainment. There's a violinist this year, and there's a DJ, and then there's a live band, and then more DJ stuff. So there's lots and lots of dancing.
Yeah, and someone gifted us with a room at the hotel, so we don't even have to come back home.
Well, we generally stay at the hotel anyway, even though it's only about 35 minutes from our house. We generally stay because it's from 8 p.m. until 2 a.m. And Oliver is usually the last one.
And I'm usually the last one off the dance floor at 2 a.m. in the morning.
So we've been staying for a long time, and but one of our dear friends, they were like, "Hey, you guys stay on us this
yes time." So we love gifts.
Thank you guys.
We love gifts and surprises.
We love gifts and surprises. So thank you guys. We appreciate it so much, and we are certainly going to be dancing in your honor.
Yes, absolutely. So for our special acknowledgement tonight, first of all, we've already acknowledged our patrons. Thank you so much.
We appreciate so dearly.
We are so happy and grateful for those that see value in the work that we do and believe in the work that we do and believe in us. And so we don't take that for granted. So thank you so much. And speaking of patrons, we have one of our patrons that celebrated a birthday this week. Woo!
Bob.
And that is our friend Bob from Indiana. So happy birthday to you, Bob. I think it was on the 13th. Is that correct? Yeah. So happy birthday to you, Bob. I know Carol and made sure that that was this big smile on your face on your birthday. And
she probably does that every
day. And Carol said, dancing and prancing. Yeah. And we don't do it like the reindeer either.
I don't know. We could.
Yeah. So give Bob a big hug for us.
Yes.
Carol.
Happy birthday, Bob.
And also like to acknowledge an anniversary for our family members that celebrated anniversary this week, also on the 13th.
Yes.
And that is anniversary for
it's number 8.
Number 8 for Tyson and Tracy, Yolanda's brother,
and
Tracy,
my sister.
Yes, they celebrated 8 years.
They're my favorite young couple.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I love them.
Absolutely.
They're wonderful people.
Yes.
I adore their children. I mean, I adore Tyson. So yeah.
So happy birthday, Tyson. Happy anniversary, Tyson and Tracy. Are we going to say happy birthday to Bob?
We are. And we're going to also say, if you're celebrating anything this week, we're celebrating with you. My sister got a wonderful report And so we are happy and so incredibly grateful.
Oh, we got all
for her
kinds.
her good report.
Yes.
You have a dear
I
friend
have a
that
dear
got
friend that
good
had got an
report.
outstanding report
So
today.
we're celebrating.
So
with
we are in a
them. So,
celebratory
yeah.
mode
So
tonight.
whatever it is that you're celebrating, anniversary, promotion, retirement, you cleaned out a closet, whatever it is that you're
Yeah,
celebrating.
you completed one of your 3 procrastination projects.
So whatever it is that you're celebrating, we are celebrating.
We're celebrating
with
with
you because we celebrate you. But yes, we're going to sing happy birthday to everyone. So this is happy birthday, happy anniversary,
Yes.
happy celebration to all of
Yes.
you. So Bob, know that this one is for you.
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Yo, absolutely.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. All right.
Okay,
And
I
many
missed one.
and
And
many
many
more.
more.
All right. Wow. Well, we just can't forget our parents, Yolanda's dad, and my mother,
Whom we adore.
Our
parents.
Our yes,
We're so
our
grateful for
parents,
them.
grateful for them.
Yes.
Without their desire to be fruitful and multiply, this project kid and this farm girl, we wouldn't be here tonight. This expression wouldn't be possible because this is a very unique expression and they made it possible. So we
Yes.
honor our parents tonight. So salute to you, Papa. And Grandma Blue, we
He's
know
an Army guy.
and we know Grandma Blue. We know you on here, Mother. And so we say hello
Hello,
and that we love you.
and we'll talk to you
Yes.
after the show.
Yes.
After the program. like
After
we
the
usually do.
program. And if you're a patron, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you may get a surprise.
Well, it can't be a surprise if you're telling him. I mean, Oliver can't keep anything to himself.
You
Oh,
may
my
get a
goodness.
gift. You may get a surprise.
Oh my
Well, look, we want the
goodness.
patrons to be excited like we are.
gift.
Yeah. 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 Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you should send gifts.
Yeah.
You should send gifts. Okay, guys.
Listen.
Let's hold him to his word. How about that?
Listen.
Yeah, let's hold you to your word.
Listen. Anything that puts a smile on my face is a gift. The form is just the form.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
So be on the lookout. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better watch out. I'm telling you why.
You better not pout.
All right. He's already in town.
Okay. Hello, Brenda. We're excited that you're here as well.
Well, hello,
That's-
Brenda. All
that's
right.
Brenda way up in
That's-
Canada.
that's our friends up in our northern country. And we just are so excited about Virginia and Brenda.
Yes.
And be on the lookout.
Oh boy.
All right. So we're going to move on to our next segment. We always like to reach out into the ether, the universe, and find some inspiring quote or idea and share it in this community. But before we do that, we always like to say what? We are happy and grateful. Don't want to pass over our gratitude section, but we are happy and we are grateful for this moment right
I
now.
know, Brenda. I know.
Yes.
I know, Brenda.
We are happy and grateful that you're here. We're happy and grateful for this opportunity. We don't take nothing for granted, but we're thankful for everything.
Yes.
In all things, we give thanks, and we give thanks for you. So that's something that you are happy and grateful for and like to share. You're welcome to share it with us in the comment field. And we are broadcasting tonight on our YouTube channel, as well as on our business channel, Truly OB LLC. So we welcome all of those that are in the Facebook community that may be listening in through Facebook. All right. Tonight's inspirational and encouragement quote. Do you want to read it?
I can.
Yeah. I'm going to let Yolanda share that with us tonight.
Okay, so tonight's quote: while the real you is perfect, boundless, and always looking for ways to expand, the self image in your mind is based on the false and limited information that sets the boundaries for every area of your life. That quote is from Sandy Gallagher. She is the co founder of the Proctor Gallagher Institute. I actually do know the name, dear. I know you think that you're the only one.
I
but
know it. I know it. Well, you know the conversation we had today,
Yes, I do.
and that still rings true, even on Truly Live.
Okay. Okay. Oh boy.
Would you like to talk about that a little more?
No.
Okay, not on air.
No, because you were full of it then. It seems like
Look,
you
when
may
we-
still be.
When we get in Patreon, we're going to talk about it to our patrons.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
So while the real you is perfect,
It's what?
it's perfect.
Okay.
What does that mean? That means that our DNA is perfect and it needs no improvement and no modification.
And so the word that this whole concept of perfection is it's a trap. It's one
It
of
is
those
yeah.
things that just has people going, all getting themselves all worked up into a tizzy. But it just means that we need no
We are complete
complete
and we
whole.
are whole.
Yeah,
that's what
that's-
perfection means in the divine terms.
complete and whole.
Complete and whole. And so while the real you is complete and whole and boundless and always looking for ways to expand, we teach that.
Yep.
There's a part of us that's always about expansion,
Growing.
always about growing,
Yeah.
always about
Creating.
always about expressing.
Yeah.
And we all are aware of that part of us, that side of us that is never content with staying in its comfort place. But then we know that is a part of us.
Well, I don't know that it is it's a never being content. I think that it is the awareness that there is so
There
much
is much-
in
so-
us,
That is so
and
much
then
more.
there is just the
That is so much more.
desire to express that.
Yes.
Because there is, there's another trap about the never being content.
Yes.
So it's not. I don't think that was what you.
No,
were
it might.
saying.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't what I'm saying, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, like, here's an example, and we've used this example before. Have you ever seen a blade of grass growing through cement?
Yes.
You've seen it, I'm sure. Especially if you own a yard, you've seen that grade of that.
Own
that-
a yard.
If you own a yard, or if you walk
Okay.
through a yard, you've
Okay.
seen a blade of grass actually find a way to express itself, to extend itself, even if it comes through
cement
cement
or
asphalt.
Yep.
You've seen it. You see it
Yep.
all the time.
All the time.
And that is just a metaphor, or that's just an example of life. Life is always seeking.
It's a good illustration.
It's a good illustration.
Yeah.
Life is always seeking a fuller, freer expression of itself.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that part of us, which we call the real you, which is whole and complete, which is boundless, meaning there's no limit
There's no
to what it
limitations.
can do, what it can express, what it can be.
Mhm.
And that's the part of us that's always looking for expansion. And when we tap into that, yes, ma'am, when we tap into that part of us, which we call the real you, which is love, right? We say the real you loves you because the real you is what
Is
is
love,
love.
yes.
Yeah, that's who we are in our essence. That's who we are in our nature. And when we tap into that, to the real you, then we begin to experience that part of ourselves that is where our greatest joy and happiness and fulfillment takes place. and we can go there anytime. It's a matter of decision. It's a matter of intention, right?
Yes.
And that's what this 30 for 30 challenge here in December that we have invited you to be a part of. That is basically a call to go within. It's a call to give yourself this time of fellowship with the real you,
Yes.
putting all other things beside, putting your calendar and your activities and your events for the day that are ahead of you. We're putting that on hold because we're putting first things first.
Yes.
And we have found out, and probably you have found out, that when we put first thing first, when you put yourself first, it's not selfish to put yourself first. Actually, it's wisdom. So that when you do move out and begin to do your duties, your functions, have communication and fellowship with others, you are coming now from that place, that happy place, that fulfilled, complete, perfect, boundless place that is our real self. And we have so much to offer others
Yes.
because we have what? We have offered it to ourselves first. We have given it to ourselves first. And the goose, we used the illustration last week about the goose that lays the golden egg. The goose is able to lay the golden egg because the goose is the source of the golden egg, because the goose is the essence and the nature of the golden eggs. And so healthy gooses produces healthy golden eggs. Healthy geese.
Gooses.
Healthy geese. I
Okay.
got it. I
Okay.
got it. I had to go back to my English 101.
That's like meese.
Goose in plural is geese, right?
That's like meese.
Like who?
Meese.
Meese, yeah.
Which is the plural of what? Moose.
Moose and meese. Now, you just taught me something. I would have never known that. Did y'all know that moose in plural is meese? I didn't know that. She knows all these things
People
because
think it's that would be the plural for mouse.
I
But
know
that's
it.
not. It's mouses.
well, she knows all these things,
No,
and
I do
she
not know
keeps
all
them
those
from
things.
me
I just think it's funny. That's
because
all.
she was an English major when she was in college, or minored in English, and she majored in science
I do.
and minored in English
I majored in biology.
and biology. Yeah,
And English.
in English.
No, I majored in biology. I minored in chemistry and English.
Yes,
Why are we talking about that?
because it's a part of our presentation.
Well, oh,
Are y'all enjoying this
Oh my
conversation? I mean, is this making sense? Mooses.
Brenda,
Brenda says, on the contrary.
I told you it was a joke.
Oh, it's a joke. Oh, I thought it was for
I
real.
said- I just
Thank you,
it
Brenda,
sounds-
for
It sounds funny. That's all I said.
thank you, Brenda, for making the correction. I was going to go out tomorrow. I was going to go out tomorrow and play a joke on. Well, I was going to go out tomorrow and
Brenda, that was for him. He wasn't even supposed to say it loud. That was for him.
I
Oh
was going
my
to go out
goodness.
and challenge my friends tomorrow by asking them the question. Do y'all know what plural from, if you know what one
What
moose
is
and then you add another moose, what is it?
Meese.
Meese. So
Thank you, Brenda.
thank you, Brenda.
got that
No, the
joke.
joke's
It
on
was
me.
for Oliver. He
joke-
oh my goodness.
The joke's on me. The joke's on
It
me.
was not on you. It was for you.
The joke is for me.
you.
Yeah.
He always has me giggling, so I was gonna just, but he put it out there. I know I should have known better.
Yeah.
I should have known better. Anyway,
So the real you is it's the happy you.
Yeah.
It's the joyful you. This jovial expression, this vibration that we're in right now.
Oh.
This is part of the real you. The Bible says that what? Laughter doeth good like what? Like
a
medicine. It's like medicine.
Meaning that it is healing for you.
That is healing for the soul. Yes. Physically, it releases what? we're already into our lesson. Don't think
endorphins.
we're into the lesson. We're in our
It-
life lesson already.
Physically, it releases endorphins.
It releases
Those
a chemical that's called
good feeling.
endorphins.
Those good feeling hormones.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So it activates, right? It activates the hormone.
Didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
See, he always wants to take it to the nth.
Well, see, Yolanda is
Don't put that on me.
Yolanda is heavily developed in science. And science is basically, there's a certain way that things happen and a certain way to do things. I'm more highly developed in what you would call the arts.
So he thinks.
So I think. So when you put art and science together, it's like putting Oliver and Yolanda together.
Oh my goodness, you gotta
And
stop.
you get this unique expression. And so the real you is whole and complete, is boundless, and always looking for ways to expand.
Oh my goodness.
However, the self-image in our minds, which we have all to do with that.
Mhm.
The self-image is the value that we place on ourselves through a perception that we develop that is influenced from many different
That's right.
experiences in our life. So it is not in many cases, our self-image don't align with the real you in many cases. And it's because we're not coming from that place of completeness and wholeness and boundlessness, but we're coming from what it says here is that the self-image in your mind is based on the false and limited information that sets the boundaries for every area of our lives. And so it's about our life experience and how we take that life experience.
Don't encourage him, people. Don't encourage him.
All right.
He can see the comments.
All right. I'm not going to look at the comments.
No. You can look. Just keep going, though.
Yeah. So here what we're acknowledging is that, that the real you is always present, always available, but we do live in a three-dimensional world.
Yes.
That we have to use perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means interpretation. And sometimes our interpretation don't align with our true self.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what transformation is all about, where we are aligning the real you, or we're aligning our perceptual self with the real self.
Yes.
And it's called growing up. It's called growing up.
Because the truth is that we remain as we were created.
The truth is that we remain as we were created. Yeah, the real you remains unaffected by the decisions that we make, the experiences that we have. They are just experiences.
They're just experiences.
When we talk about the real you, what we're really talking about is our true identity. When we talk about the self-image that we may hold for ourselves, what we're talking about is our experiences. And we allow we allow our experiences sometime to try to get into our true identity by saying that our experiences is who we are, and that is where we have to step back and evaluate, because when we allow our experiences to supersede our reality, then something happens with our joy and peace.
Yes.
And love and happiness,
and the way that we express those.
Those.
Yeah.
And so it's all about the realignment or the transformation. That's where we're transforming, moving from a limited idea of ourselves to what is that which is permanent, that which is unalterable, and that which is changeless. Right. Because who we really are is changeless and timeless and formless and unalterable. And we always want to be coming from that place. And that is one of the reason we're doing the
Yeah.
30 for 30.
Yeah.
Yes. And it takes practice.
Yes.
Practice. It
So
takes-
what I have been discovering is that my self-care had been incredibly lacking.
That's what you discovered.
Incredibly lacking.
Yes.
And I knew that it was, but I never made it a priority. And boy, I am enjoying if I come in here late from my dad's house, I don't jump up the next day. I'm like, I'm going to
No.
wake up organically. I'm going to allow my body to rest.
Absolutely.
And I've enjoyed some reading, and just there's all kinds of things that I still need to do, and I have not done my procrastinations yet. But there are so many things that I have to do. I did something today that I don't like doing, but I did it, and it was just fine. I ironed. I used to love
I
ironing.
noticed that.
I used to love ironing.
It was like
it was
being therapeutic.
it
It was
was
like it was
therapeutic for me.
therapeutic for you. You was taking your time. You was like into it.
I ironed a little bit, and I was like, I don't normally buy clothes that I have to. I don't want to buy clothes I have to iron, because I don't enjoy ironing anymore. And it was a chore that I was required to do. And I think that what happened was, since I was required to do it, I decided to go ahead and do it without any negative connotation to it. So I did it. I did it well, and I actually enjoyed it. But then
You was present
I was.
with what you were doing.
But I'm saying beforehand, before I got to where I was like, you know what, I really don't enjoy ironing, and why am I doing all this ironing? And honestly, I didn't have the time to iron, and so I was like, I'm not ironing anymore. So I just stopped ironing. I threw the ironing board away and the whole nine yards. It's like when you stop mowing the grass.
Yes.
Oliver has not mown the grass since like 2010.
2010.
And he made certain he wasn't gonna have to mow the grass. He gave the lawnmower away. He gave the wheelbarrow away. He gave all those little accoutrements away.
Yes.
All those little things that you need. He gave those away. Well, I said accoutrements, and it's not that. That's not what that is. But at any rate, he gave those away so that he was not going to have to do anything. He has a blower, and that's about.
I got my power blower, because you
That's it.
always got to have a blower.
So,
But other than that,
oh, I noticed. I know.
I got what I call my squad, my crew.
So, but anyway, but yes, I have made my health and my well-being and my rest. I've made that the priority for myself, and so I'm doing all the health stuff, all that stuff. I'm doing all that.
So, Carol and Bob, if you don't mind, won't you share with us one shift that you've made since the 30 for 30?
Brenda, if you would too,
And Brenda and
whoever else
Virginia,
is on.
if you like. Whoever else is on. If you're out
If you
there
want to do that,
and
we'd love to hear.
and you have made a shift in your practices, in the way you show up, whether you're doing the 30 for 30 or not. If you'd like to share in the chat with us, please do so. But for me, I'm discovering is that it's about me understanding the value that I am. Notice I said I am. Talking about the real you, the endless value that is within all of us,
Yes.
not just one of us. When I'm not talking about talent, I'm talking about the value that we all share. And it is like reaching into the depth of the ocean. It's bottomless. When we really get in touch and in tune and in the presence of our true self.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens as we, again, turn within. And when we say turn within, we're talking about again, acknowledging who we really are and not looking through the lens of our limitations, but looking through the reality of, like Sandy said in his quote, looking through the lens of our complete and whole and boundless self that is always looking for a way to express itself and expand itself.
Mhm.
And that's what's coming through from me during the 30 for 30 in so many different ways, As I spend that time with myself, my awareness expands, my understanding expands, as I take action on what I'm hearing. And that's the whole thing. When you really listen to yourself, the real you, it will give you tips and tools, right? And practices and ideas. I mean, they just come like a flood. And when you implement them, oh my God. Say one of the 30 practices we talked about, healthy eating, which is one of the practices that I did this week specifically, but I do it every day.
Mhm.
One of the practices,
Because that's the difference between a diet and a lifestyle.
that's the difference
Yeah.
between a diet and a lifestyle.
Mhm.
Because what we want is for our expression to be a lifestyle of where there's an integration between our infinite potential and the decisions that we make and how we decide to show up, to integrate that to where our self-image begin to look a lot like the real you,
Yes.
where that we're not living a duplicitous life. We're not living a life like the Bible says of being double-minded, but we're living in harmony, right? We're
Mhm.
living in harmony with all parts of our self, our physical self, our mental self, our emotional self, our psychological self, our physical self, and our infinite self. When we live in harmony with those things, it is amazing what we begin to attract into our life.
Mhm.
It's amazing how it affects your feelings.
I was just about to say it helps to get our perspectives, I think, more attuned to what's really going on,
Absolutely.
as opposed to, I mean, to what really is, as opposed to just those things that are happening. Because a lot of times our perspectives are so driven by what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and post these since they did that. Thank you guys for sharing this. Brenda, this is great. Brenda said, this has been so valuable in helping me be more aware of how my thoughts can hurt me and how they can help me.
Absolutely.
And that is very, very true. I don't know that we take the time to understand that a lot of times we are the hardest on ourselves.
The hardest on ourselves. Why is that?
I think so, part of it has to do with what we've heard, what we've experienced, the environment that we've been in. And so there is an expectation that there's an expectation that we now have because we think that there's something that someone else wants us to do. And so then we start being incredibly self-critical. And
it comes from looking outside of ourselves.
Yeah.
And so we look outside of ourselves and compare, right, ourselves. And when we don't meet that comparison, then we judge ourselves. And see, so what's wrong in that whole equation is looking outside yourself.
And the whole comparing, because
right.
The thing is, it would be fruitless for me to try to be Oliver, because that job is already taken. No one can do this.
In reality, you couldn't be me.
No one can do this. Just like it would be impossible for Oliver to try to be Yolanda.
Yeah.
This job is taken. So it is really fruitless.
You would be an imposter.
I would be a dreadful imposter, because there's no way I can do all of that. This guy is so funny, guys. But yeah, that's a really good observation, Brenda. And then Carol says her daily exercise, she's much clearer
Yes.
in her mind, body, and spirit. Bob is organizing and decluttering his workspace, so he has increased creativity and he's increased the quality
Yeah.
of his
He's
work.
increased his
Wow.
his efficiency.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Where there is order, there's clarity.
Yes.
Remember, we said when we were talking about the mind that says where there is no order or there's no image, there's
There's
confusion.
confusion.
But where there's an image,
I love
and that
this.
image, and when that image is the image of the real you, there is complete clarity. There's order.
I love this one. Bob and Carol said they both have love myself as a core value and are truly working with that. And
Absolutely.
that is beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That exercise of writing down the top 5 things you would love to happen in 2023. That exercise of writing down your top core values.
Mhm.
And even that exercise of writing down the 3 things
Procrastination.
that you have procrastinated on, that you make a commitment to get them done by the end of December. Just doing those 3 exercises
Mhm.
lifts or creates a tremendous amount of momentum, and it also raises your quality. Like you say, your clarity, your quality or vibration is basically quality. What's the quality of your experience? What is the value of your experience? And so we hope that that you guys, everyone, continue to participate, not only through the 30 for 30, but this the whole goal here is for it to become a lifestyle.
Yes, yes.
Before it become a lifestyle, I wrote here that one of the goals of 30 for 30 is to help us elevate our self-image to align with real value. And what is real value is our real identity, which we call the what?
The real
The
you.
real you. That's one of our goals, is for us to have a healthy self-image about ourselves. Because
And we can get to that when we expand our awareness.
when we expand our awareness, which is, again, one of the purposes for Truly
Yeah.
Live here, is for us to create this vortex, this environment, this space where you can come to, along with other like-minded beings. And it's an hour of, like we say, it's an hour of quality information, inspiration. We get inspired when we come here. Transformation, which has to do with us being in alignment with our nature, which is what is expansion, a fuller and more freer, fuller expression of ourselves. That's where our happiness and joy and peace is. My mom is 90 years old and she's on here. She's 90 years old. It doesn't mean anything to her. She is still on her growing edge. Each day is a day of getting more value out of an endless well that she drinks from, which is her true self. She has discovered that her true self is ageless. Mama Blue had discovered that her true self is boundless. And so she continues to imagine and experience life in ways that she never have imagined. And it fuels her. It fuels her.
It does.
And she is an example to all of us. Huge example in our community. People in our community look up to my mother because they know the love that she exudes. But they see her life as though, there's no resistance. And she is filled with joy and happiness and peace, and she's learning new things. And so she is a light in the community, and it's because of not so much what she does, but what she does is the result.
Although what she does is
Right.
an expression
It's an
of who
expression.
she is.
It's an
Yeah,
expression that she is in fellowship with her true self.
that's right. Grandma Blue. So Brenda up in Canada says, "Thank you, Mama Blue. We love you." And
Yes.
yes, we do.
Yes.
Oliver, you had written some notes here about value that I think are really, really good, and I hope we go.
Would you
through
like
some
to
of
share?
these. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Yeah, I did. So really, it's all about value.
Yeah.
And so value in the general sense has to do with worth, importance, or usefulness of something. What's the worth, what's the importance, and what's the usefulness? And that could be a person, place, or a thing.
That's right. So there is perceived value, and then there is real value.
Yes. Perceived value comes from our life's experiences, i.e., our life story, which includes the skills that we acquire. It includes our expertise, which is basically the maturing of our skills.
Mhm.
And all of that experience really becomes what we call our intellectual property. You've heard that word used before, like when you're talking about two countries or companies. You say companies have intellectual properties. Our country has intellectual property, and we say you hear them talk about, well, people are trying to steal one's intellectual property.
Mhm.
Basically, it's about their value. It's like, again, it's a combination of your skills, your experience, your story, and everything about your story, everything about your life. The most valuable part of you, the most valuable part of your life experience is your life experience, is your story. It is so unique that it's priceless. No two stories are alike. No two people have the same skill set alike and expressed in the same way, expertise alike. And so all of our experience becomes our intellectual property, and that is the valuable part of us that we can share with humanity. Just think about your life story, and if you could put your life story in a way that it can be shared with others who are having some of the same challenges, having
Mhm.
some of the same experiences, and if you could share your story in such a way to inspire them, that's your intellectual property. Your most effective impact you can have on someone else's life is your story, your testimony, as I guess you hear it say sometimes. The Bible says that what we overcome by what?
By the blood of the Lamb,
And the word of our what?
of our testimony.
Right. Your story is the most
Mhm.
powerful story that has ever been told. Your life is a story. And so what image do we have of that? In other words, what value do we place on our life? Because your life is priceless in reality. Real value is eternal value, which is placed on us by our Creator.
Yes.
So our real value is our identification. That's our real value, and it cannot be altered or changed. I mean, we had a teacher that used to say, his name was Miles Monroe. He said, the thing never asks itself what is its purpose, but it has to go to the maker of the thing.
That's right.
And so this real you that we talk about all the time, which is love, we didn't create that ourselves. That was given to us in creation. But what we do here in this perceptual world with our life from a place of love that develops skills, that develops a story, that develops an expertise. When we develop that and when we share that with others, we share our experience, our story, our life, our intellectual property with others. It's valueless because they can't go any other place to get it. They can only get it from you. That's why your life is valueless even in the perceptual content. Because to get your story, to get your experience, to get your expertise, which is unique to all others, like, they say in the business world, it's about supply and demand. Your story is the only one like you. And so that means what the value of it increases because you can't get it anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get it anywhere else. You are that unique in your experience. But in our identity, we're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
We're all love. We all share that one identity. So
you said real value is eternal value that's placed, you said on us, but I put in there is placed in us
Right.
by
our
Creator.
and it is our true identity. It is the real you that we talk about.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the perceived value has to do with how do you, it's about how do you see yourself? How do you value yourself? That's where the idea of self, what image comes from. What image do you have of yourself? What value do you place on yourself? And it's now that we're explaining this, you understand the uniqueness of your life, the uniqueness of your journey, the uniqueness of your story, the uniqueness of the skills that you have, the uniqueness of the expertise that you have developed as a result of your experience. This is only temporary. Why? Because it's only for this life. Once this life is over, then that experience is over, never to be duplicated. So it's a temporary experience. That's why it's not the real you. It's the temporary experience that we have here. And
so you gotta do the next one. Cost is never an issue.
So when we understand our value,
Yep.
the cost of is never an issue in the presence of our true value.
Mm-hmm.
In the essence of who you really are, the cost of it is not an issue. Why? You can't get it anywhere else. There's not another you. So from that perspective, your life is valuable. Your life is priceless. We have to begin to see ourselves that way. That's what we said earlier, aligning our self-image with our true identity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this 30 for 30 is helping us to do. We're just not just doing this to be occupying time, but we're doing it for the purpose, again, of raising our vibration, raising our quality of life, our quality of thinking to that which is true about us. And that's what creates a tremendous amount of momentum, not only for now, not only for every day, but the rest of the 15 days of this month, but into 2023. And so we've been intentional about this.
Yeah. So when we accept that cost is never an issue in the presence of value, then we can ask ourselves some questions.
Yes. How much do you value yourself? How much do you value others? The value that we place on ourselves is our self-image. Not the real you, but it's your self-image. And the good news is our self-image can be altered, it can be changed. And we want to. That's the whole process of what? Transformation. We're transforming or bringing our self-image of ourselves in alignment with what? The real you. that is a ongoing daily process that we are all involved in. So with that, we're going to cut it off. We know we've kind of gone a little past the hour, but Yolanda wasn't nudging me over here, so I kept going.
I have a clock up for him, guys. You know, and
Yeah.
he ignores it. So,
Yeah.
but had a little incident when we were getting started. He walked back there and unplugged, and everything
Mm,
went black. So,
yeah. Yeah.
you know, hey, that's what happens when we're going live.
So what's the takeaway for tonight? The takeaway can't be said any better than our inspirational quote is that while the real you is whole and complete, boundless, and always looking for ways to expand, the self-image in our mind is based on limitations at times, limitations that we put on ourselves, limited information that sets the boundaries for every area of our life. And so this 30 for 30 is a way to help us to remove the limitations, to what? Remove the false information.
Yeah.
The false information has to do with our conditionings,
Yes.
the experiences that we had, how we were raised that caused us to have these limited perceptions about ourselves.
And the things that we took on,
Yes,
you know, the stuff that we heard
Yes.
that we decided to take on,
yes,
you know, as part of ourselves.
yes.
Hey, Bob and Carol said this. Oliver will be Oliver. Yes, he will.
Oh, Oliver will be Oliver.
It's
That's
okay.
right.
It's okay because it's fun.
Yeah. Ain't no stopping me now, baby. Like fatter than Whitehead. Ain't no stopping me now.
Okay.
And there's no stopping to you because there's no limit to you.
Yes.
And so we thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Wow, guys.
And that's our truly life lesson for
We-
tonight.
We really hope that you guys are coming to some awareness about yourselves as
About the real you.
as you're going through this 30 for 30. And I think that what we're going to be doing, I think we're going to start out on something. Maybe we should do this value thing, because we're misaligned.
Yes.
So we're misaligned, and we know that we cannot live above our awareness. So, Oliver and I, we purpose to bring things before you that's going to cause you to, begin to think about.
Yeah. Just think about it in the marketplace. You get one business that says, "Hey, this bag is $300. This bag is $300. If you want it, you're gonna what? Pay $300." In other words, they place a what value on that bag. And then you get another company that says, "Well, this bag is, $49.99." And in reality, there's really that much difference between the two bags, other than what? The perceived value.
Okay.
In many cases.
I don't know if this was. I don't think he thought this one through, guys.
All right, let me use another.
Because the deal is this. So, what might make a bag $300 as opposed to $50 is
the material,
the quality, of
right, the
and
craftsmanship.
the workmanship, the craftsmanship.
However, we know businesses that say, "Okay, this T-shirt is $80." Then that same T-shirt, in a different market from a different business, well, it's only $20. But what makes the difference? The value that they hold.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's a matter of perception, right?
So one of these days we'll talk about the little experiment we did when I was in college.
Yeah.
Where we had to track an item in the marketplace, but we're not going to do that now because we're past our time.
We're past our time.
Yeah, but we will have to do that. Because that was a great example.
My last illustration. You go in the grocery store. you see the name brands, the high end products. You know, Del Monte, Jolly Green Giant.
I end, guys.
What's
They're
the
just
name of
brand
them?
names.
Brand names.
Uh,
And then you see on them same shelves
the store brand.
the store brand.
Yeah.
And one is $5 and the other is $2. What's the difference? It's the labeling. It's the brand name.
because some of those items
Have been made in the
are in the
same.
same factory, the
Yes.
same, and they're just
It's just a
they're just-
perception.
They're just
It's a-
labeled
right,
differently, but
Right.
so yeah.
Yeah. So it's the value that we place upon it, and so it's perceived. In many cases, it's not really a big difference.
But I'm gonna tell you what, I just keep hearing this song ever since you started saying that. I just keep hearing this song. Ain't nothing like the real thing.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
I didn't say for you to sing the song. I just said that was what I
Ain't
kept
nothing
hearing.
like the real thing. All right.
guys. All right.
We're going to have to close out. We
Yeah.
had so much fun tonight. Thank you so much. You look so good in your green
I
tonight.
like your green
All
too. Now-
right.
now he's punching
And
me.
we love you guys so much. Thank you for being here for another episode of Truly Live with the OK Blues.
You guys,
It
you guys
wouldn't
are
be
great. Brenda said, amazing.
amazing. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
put this one up here that Bob and Carol wrote earlier because I do love this.
Absolutely.
She says this, and this is what she says. You two are such a delight and
Thank
pleasure to be
you.
with.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Well, stay tuned because we are going to be back for the next 2 Thursdays, I think. How many more Thursdays in the month? 3 Thursdays?
We've got, oh, wow. It's 2 more Thursdays.
2 more Thursdays. So stay tuned. Be with us. We are changing our format in 2023.
And we will be on near the end of our 30 for 30.
yes,
One of those the last Thursday is right,
the
it's
29th.
near,
Yes,
near
but
the
we will
end.
be making some announcements in the next 2 episodes about exciting changes with our platform. And so we want you to be informed. And most of all, we want you to remain connected. So just stay tuned. Have a great week.
We're going to do our blessing.
We're going to do
We're
our
going to do our
blessing.
blessing because this is something that is near and dear to us.
Yeah,
And
we-
we
Yes.
appreciate you guys so much, and we always bless you guys and those that you hold near and dear to in your heart.
Yes. So may you be truly happy.
May you live in peace.
May you live in love.
May you know the power of forgiveness.
And may you live in the recognition that your life has deep meaning, good purpose, and a lot of value.
That's the Dalai Lama with Oliver's little addition right there. But we actually add, may you live in the awareness of who you truly are. We extend this blessing to every being that's on the planet.
And so it is.
And so it is.
All right. Well, until next Thursday, and after Yolanda and I burn that floor up tomorrow night.
Patrons, look for us. We're gonna Oliver will be posting some
Yeah,
stuff.
we're gonna send you some highlights, some highlight reels. So until then, my name is Oliver,
I'm Yolanda.
and together we are the
The
OK
OK
Blues.
I know I have not always been what you want me to be. Even at times I pushed your is enough. God's love is enough. God's love is enough. God's love is enough. Oh, I can't imagine living life without you here with me. So glad this love will last in eternity. Oh, what joy and happiness I feel when I call your name. Now it is plain to see your love for me has held me sustained. I know that love is enough to forgive all the hurt and pain. Love is enough to remove all the guilt and shame. Love is enough to make up for shortcomings. See, I know that love is enough. God's love is enough.